city leaders descend upon Richard Wright from Man the Block, and the 2016 presidential election has two clear leaders after Super Tuesday primaries.
The RWPCS library dedication and the 2016 ambassador inauguration led for a busy 2 weeks here at RWPCS.
All these stories plus your latest installment of entertainment and sports are up next on RWN.
The right news, the right way.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The Jack Refix.
Hello, Richard Wright.
Welcome to this edition of RWN. That's Richard Wright News. I'm Sharon Mazzo.
And I'm Latea King. Man the Block, the symposium, was a huge success. Kiana Cyrus has more in our top story.
On Thursday, February 25th, Richard Wright PCS was the host of Man the Block, the symposium. This initiative that began here at RWPCS has gained local and national attention. Man the Block is a safe passage program that seeks to provide a safe and supportive environment for students as they travel from school in the afternoon.
So the first time we had this outpouring of Man the Block, the kids were totally amazed, like, wow, this is, you mean they are really here? It was interesting that we were talking about it, and the kids started to look out the window and they could see folks lining up. And they began to say, wow, they are actually here. You were really telling the truth. They are here to support us. And that means that we're somebody. That means that we are superstars, because here at Richard Wright, we tell our kids they're superstars. We believe in them.
Many guests, including politicians, community leaders, members of sororities, fraternities, and civic organizations, were present at the symposium to discuss problems and possible solutions to issues that students face when trying to get home from school. The symposium also discussed next steps and how to get other schools to join and make sure their students get home safely.
So at Paul Public Charter School, we are definitely committed to ensuring that our scholars have safe passage. Some of the things that we've done in the past have been to, one, participate in Man the Block, but two, to ensure that our staff and our community is really very visible as our scholars are dismissed to and from school. We also ensure that we're in great relationship and connection with MPD, the Metro Police Department, so that we can really partner to ensure that our scholars are safe. And then we also continue to message to our scholars how to be safe in the community, to make sure they're walking in groups, to make sure that they are aware of their surroundings and making sure that they are doing positive things after school as well.
We've made several progress. Now we have community members that stand outside with us at the time they actually come to the school and help mentor. Some of our children are there briefly, about maybe 10 minutes before the school day ends. And then we also line up safe pass, so it's just not myself and staff members, it's myself, staff members, and community members.
An added bonus to the Man the Block was the social media aspect. The symposium was broadcast live over Periscope, Facebook, and Twitter using the hashtag #ManTheBlock. For more information on the Man the Block or to view pictures and footage from the symposium, visit the Man the Block Facebook and Twitter pages. I'm Kiana Cyrus reporting for RWN.
A new administration has been sworn in at Richard Wright. Here's the story.
On Tuesday, March 1st, students, staff, and family members got the chance to see history at RWPCS as the baton was passed and a new ambassador president was inaugurated. This transfer in power comes as our first ambassador president, Latea King, and most of her administration prepares to graduate and go off to college. 11th grader Desiree Thomas, a serving ambassador, has been elected the new president. I got the chance to catch up with Latea and Desiree after inauguration, and here's what they had to say.
Standing here with our new president, Madam Desiree Thomas. Hey, Desiree.
Hey, Asia.
How does it feel to be president?
Well, it's kind of, it's exciting, but it feel like it's going to be a lot of pressure, but I know I can handle it, so just going to work through it.
Any encouragement words that you want to give to your fellow school?
Well, do your best, work hard, turn in your homework, and even if you can't, at least try to make it up. Don't just fail, work hard.
So with the role that you have, how do you think you can maintain everything?
Well, if I've been maintaining it previously, I can maintain it now. It's not going to change. It's just my position has changed, not what I do.
Hi, I'm Aisha Jackson standing here with Madam President Latia King. Hey, Latia. How does it feel to give up your chair to Madam Desiree Thomas?
Well, at first I was sad, but I'm proud of her and I'm ready to see how she carries out her new order.
So do you have any encouragement words of encouragement to give to that Madam Desiree Thomas?
Yes, I want to tell her that she is in control of the club now and that she needs to take responsibility for her peers. That means when she has a problem with her peers or when her peers get in trouble, she has to be there to carry out any punishment or anything and to never get down about her job because it is a big job.
I'm Asia Jackson reporting for RWN.
Speaking of presidents, there are now 2 clear frontrunners in the 2016 presidential election. Here's the story.
Super Tuesday refers to the day when a dozen states and one territory hold their primary elections to nominate their party's candidate for president. This past Tuesday, residents in Alaska, Alabama, Arkansas, Georgia, Massachusetts, Minnesota, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Texas, Vermont, and Virginia went to the polls to cast their ballots. After a very close race on both the Democratic and Republican sides of the race, Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton have emerged as the 2 clear frontrunners, both winning 7 of the 12 battles. After Super Tuesday, Donald Trump is leading the Republican pack with 319 of 1,237 delegates he needs to win the Republican nomination. Hillary Clinton has won 1,052 of the 2,383 she needs to be the Democrats' nominee. Both parties have primaries coming up on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Stay tuned for RWN for your latest updates. I'm Desiree Thomas reporting for RWN.
RWN is just getting started. Stay tuned in for more news after the break. Don't move.
One of my all-time favorite interviews for Urban Report is live in the studio today.
We're joined now by Marco Clark from Washington to talk more about this.
My guest to give us all the details is Dr. Marco Clark.
But I want Brother Clark to come in to share a minute about the success and things that are going on with the school.
He's called America's toughest principal, Dr. Marco Clark.
So I'll say it again so you can actually let him know, Dr. Marco Clark.
My guest today is Dr. Marco Clark.
I'm sick of what's on the news because every African-American young person is not a thug.
The parent has to be the first teacher of reading.
Every African-American young person does not want to steal or rob your house. You get your education, you can do anything you want in life. We have so many African-American young people who are aspiring for greatness.
The children is what matter.
And it's time that we stand up and help them.
And at the end of the day, we're going to do everything that's possible to make sure our children are successful.
One of the things that I encountered is at 11 years old, I was told that I was functionally illiterate. That label took my self-esteem.
I spent 5 years in high school. I scored a 480 on the SAT. I was doomed for failure, according to the statistics, right?
I decided that I might as well live out the label.
That I had taken the label that was given to me in a negative sense, and I took that label and I decided to live it out. So by the time I got to college, I actually was behind.
And I realized that the labels that you put on people can affect them. That one label did something to my life.
The challenges that we have when everybody's looking negative at these young men.
But it's how hard that one person works with you that can change the lifespan of someone.
Don't let anybody ever tell you that you're not great. Don't let anybody break your spirit and tell you you can't do it. Don't let anybody talk against you because you're not of a different persuasion.
I got one bar because I got a bachelor's degree. I got 2 bars because I got a master's degree. I got 3 bars because I have a doctorate degree.
Welcome back to RWN, where the news is always right. The Richard Wright Library has been dedicated to one of RWPCS's greatest supporters. Brene Hightower has more on this story.
When I say Clayton, y'all say Young. Clayton. Young. Clayton.
Mr. Clayton Young was one of the founding members of the Board of Trustees at Richard Wright Public Charter School. Unfortunately, Mr. Clayton Young passed away in August of 2014 in a fatal car accident. RWPCS plans to remember him in a special way.
He loved the concept. I often wonder, where did Dr. Clark find him? Because a man so committed to this, and just to be here on the day that he's honored is really an honor to me, just to be able to be here.
Even though Mr. Clayton Young is not in our RWPCS family today, we honor his memory by dedicating our school library in his name. Mr. Young will be forever remembered, not only in our minds, but in our hearts. Brene Hightower, reporting for RWN.
Richard Wright had a special guest on Monday to help us close out Black History Month and kick off Women's History Month. Latea King has more on this story.
On Monday, February 29th, students at RWPCS were treated to a surprise performance from one of DC's hottest all-girl go-go bands, Belladonna. Students had a front row seat and got the chance to even rock the mic as Belladonna played timeless go-go hits, past and present. The group was formed in 1998 and has traveled the country spreading their unique and electric sound. That's a mix of funk, jazz, R&B, and rock. The band has also had the pleasure of playing background for such artists as Erykah Badu, Melanie Fiona, Estelle, Marja Ambrosia, Chrisette Michele, and the godfather of go-go himself, Chuck Brown. I got a chance to sit and talk with the band's drummer, bass player, and lead, Cherie Michelle. Let's take a look.
Can you please tell me how the group came to be?
Okay, we've been together for almost 10 years, and we started off playing in small venues in DC, and this was back in 2008, and we just got together, and Shannon, our drummer right here, she had called me one day and said, look, we just need to, continue this journey and this all-female thing that we're doing, and it just came to fruition after that. All of us, we got together and called different players that we knew we played with before, and basically, the rest is history.
Why is Richard Wright so important to Belladonna? What about Richard Wright strikes Belladonna as I have to be a part of this?
Well, I know for myself, being a former student of the Gallatin School of the Arts, being in a school where, you have an opportunity to, explore different, whatever your artistry is, you get to explore it. And I believe that you all are able to do that here. And we want to just basically be able to give back. We're very excited about going to different schools, especially here at Richard Wright, to just show you guys what we do, the work we've done to get to where we are, and anything we can do to encourage you to keep moving forward, in your dreams, whatever that may be. So that's why we're very excited to be here today.
Not only was Belladonna's visit a great way to end Black History Month, but it was also a great way to kick off Women's History Month, which highlights the accomplishments and contributions of women during the month of March. Stay tuned to RWN as we highlight influential women in history all month. I'm Latea King, reporting for RWN.
Your entertainment and sports segments are all up next after the break. Stay tuned to RWN, where the news comes first.
When I see that look on your face, 'cause the music makes me feel good. When I see that look on your face, 'cause the music makes me feel like you. When I see that look on your face, 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 your face. Now let me hear the bass.
Welcome back to RWN, your trusted source of Spartan news. Natalie and Nia are back with this week's segment of Foodie Friday. Hey ladies!
I'm Nia Downing. And I'm Natalie Davis. And this is Foodie Friday DIY edition. Today we're making pull-apart pizza bread. We already started, but we're going to tell you what the ingredients are. The ingredients you need are tomato sauce, a cup of melted butter, pepperoni, mozzarella, and some biscuits. First, you cut the biscuit in half, and then you spread it out so you have enough space to put the pepperoni and the cheese on it. Then you get the pepperoni and place it like this. You get your mozzarella. You have to use mozzarella for cheese pieces. It's like only right. You put a little bit on it. I put too much, but then put pepperoni right on top of the mozzarella. I just fold the biscuit on it first, so that way it's easy to make it into a ball formation. Make a sphere. And then you place it on your dish, which is oven friendly because you have to put it in the oven. And then you do the same thing until all the biscuits are gone, or until you feel like you have enough. Make sure you don't use too much mozzarella or too much pepperoni because you need it at the end. So it won't be too dry and it will be just a little flaky. We're going to put some melted butter on it. And then we're going to place pepperoni between each of the little pizza balls. And last but not least, you're going to sprinkle some mozzarella cheese on top. Well, a lot of it. Okay. Alright, so to add some flavor, we're going to sprinkle garlic and basil on top. And then we're going to put it in the oven on 400 degrees for 30 minutes. Paper, right? No paper. Yeah. Mine's bit. What you mean?
Oh, cool. Just came out.
Feel like Don Fieri on Donna's Drivers and Dives.
That's pretty good. What is this called?
Pull-apart piece of bread.
Piece of bread. On Foodie Friday, baby. Okay.
I'm Nia Downing.
And I'm Natalie Davis.
And we are reporting for RWN.
Kyra Shade is back with this week's celebrity and pop culture news. What's poppin', Kyra?
It's been 2 weeks and I have double the trouble, so let's get right back to it. Let's start with the real trouble. On Monday, comedian Cat Williams was arrested in Georgia for assault after punching, literally hitting a pool employee in the face. Not only did he hit the employee in the face, but he threw goggles at him because apparently he wanted him to see the blow he was about to throw.
He thought when he was having a conversation with me that I was in his pool store to rob him. Okay. When I put 30 items on the counter, he then thought it was just a ploy to distract him.
Okay.
Then when I put 15 $100 bills on the counter, guess what he did next?
What happened?
He took the money and put it in his pocket and started ringing stuff up.
Okay.
I said, sir, that's not how anybody does business in America.
Right.
He said, I've been working here for 7 days. I don't care nothing about this job. And if you keep messing with me, you can get out the store. I said, I can't get out the store without my packages or without my money.
Right.
He said, oh, you can get out the store or you can go to jail. He used the N-word on the last day of Black History Month.
Jesus.
The good news is that he was in and out of jail in 1 day. The bad news is that he challenged Kevin Hart to a $5 million challenge. $5 million is a lot of money. Let's take a look at this clip.
I got a show at your hometown in Philly. I'm gonna take my special there. On that stage, we can put whatever you want. A full court basketball court, a boxing ring, 2 microphones for a rap cipher, or you can get your ass dusted in comedy on that stage. but it's $1 million up for each one. That's $5 million, Mr. 28 million in Forbes.
Now, I'm not trying to be in nobody's pocket and count their coin, but Cat Williams been out the game for a long time, and I don't think he got $5 million to lose if he even has it. But Kevin Hart, on the other hand, is somewhere counting his coin that he does have because he's not paying Cat Williams any mind. Now, the only recognition the Oscars are going to get from me is the shade that Chris Rock is about to receive. But first off, let me give him his props for calling the Academy out on being racist against the black people. I mean the color people, because everybody ain't black, you know what I'm saying? But he didn't have to come for Jada like that. Look at what he said.
I'm here at the Academy Awards, otherwise known as the White People's Choice Awards. You realize if they nominated host, I wouldn't even get this job. Jada says she's not coming, protesting. I'm like, is she on a TV show? Jada's gonna boycott the Oscars. Jada boycotting the Oscars is like me boycotting Rihanna's panties. I wasn't invited.
Anyway, moving along. Wait. Before I go talking about these Oscars, while everybody was out boycotting, I heard that Whoopi Goldberg and Kerry Washington were in the spot. What happened to the boycott, people? This is what Whoopi Goldberg had to say.
To say don't show up is to keep the Oscars so white. See, I'm here because I need them to see that I'm here.
I mean, we're both here, and we're not.
Well, yeah.
So white.
Well, but if you don't show up at all, then you self-prophesize, and that's what you create. See, as long as you keep showing up and saying, I'm here, someone will hear you.
Well, I guess she has a point, but she already has an Oscar. What about the people that want one, still trying to get it? Now, before I go, we got to talk about those messy Kardashians. It's been about 3 months since Kim Kardashian had her new baby boy, and she's finally released a picture, and I must say that Saint West is adorable. Well, that's all I have this week. I'm Kyra Shea, and catch me under the shade tree.
Hello, Richard Wright. I'm Jaquan Jackson, and it's another exciting segment in the Spartan Sports Zone. We have NBA updates this week and the ups and downs of the NFL Combine. Let's get right to it.
I just hit a stain, funny dope. Hey, funny dope. Talking out his neck.
Straight into NBA news, we got to start with the Golden State Warriors, the most relevant team in the NBA and the most relevant player in the NBA to date, Stephen Curry. He is dominating the whole season right now. He's the lead runner for MVP, and I don't think no one's going to stop his team from getting the 72-10 record. On the season, he's averaging 50, 40, 90. That's 180. Shout out to Miss Alto. That means 50% from the field, 40% from the three, and 90% from the free throw line. The last player to do it was Kevin Durant 2 years ago when he won MVP. So you know he's got to win it.
You the real MVP.
Now we got to get into the hometown team. Now 2 weeks ago, I disrespected them, said they wasn't relevant, they wasn't doing too well. But they stepping their game up. John Wall had a triple-double 2 nights ago. And Marcin Gortat had a double-double. Those are the only 2 players in the NBA to the date right now that had a triple-double and a double-double on the same team in the same game. The Wizards are on pace to make it into the playoffs if they keep these winning ways up. Now in the NFL news, I know the NFL season has ended, but the season is really never over because we got the NFL Combine up. And we got the projected #1 pick, Joey Bosa, out of Ohio State, not showing up. He's not putting up big numbers as people projected him to. But his counterpart, his teammate from Ohio State, Eli Apple, a cornerback projected to go 2nd round, is doing better than anybody even anticipated. Shout out to Eli Apple, doing his thing out there. Now lastly, big shout out to the Washington Redskins, becoming relevant again and making the playoffs and finally finding their franchise quarterback in Kirk Cousins because they franchise tagged him. So I think everybody already know what that means. RG3 is out.
Daniel, back at it again with the white man.
And he might go back to his hometown, Dallas, Texas. Play for them Cowboys.
No.
We never know. No. NFL season is unpredictable and it's over. Stay tuned to Jaquan Jackson. And I hope you enjoyed the show.
Well, that's all we have today for RWN. I'm Sharon Mazza.
And I'm Latea King, signing off for RWN News.
Happy birthday, Manny!